Sounds good. Oh yeah, I got a notification.
So here we go. Hello, everybody. This is Kathleen Metcalf and Laura Sims, and we are coming to you live to be able to talk to you about a holiday special that we have for systems documentation and our operations playbook. And Laura Sims, we have worked together now, is it 5 or 6 years?
6 years, I think, yeah.
Amazing. So Laura and I have built training program together. We've built coaching programs together. And since last year, we have been building operations and systems documentation together. And so we have an operations playbook and a special for you that goes until the end of the month. Well, before we give you that little tidbit of detail on the special, Laura, talk to us about the operations playbook process that you go through with teams and how you actually document systems with them.
Sure. So we do a diagnostic at the beginning to figure out what kinds of systems are already in place, and then also what still needs to be created and optimized. So we work off of basically an outline, a package that we've created after experience of working with multiple teams. Since we know that 80% of real estate businesses are the same from one to the next, they all need the same components. What's different is how the people do things. So the what is the same, the how is different. So we've created a what, an outline of the what you need, and then we meet with you to diagnose, what still needs to be created, and we document how you particularly do it, what your secret sauce is.
And so let's talk about who is right for this operations playbook service. So is this too much if you're a single agent with one admin that works for you?
It's really great in that situation because a lot of times it'll be the agent who has some of the systems in their head. They've created them because they were doing them on their own. So this is a way to get it out of their brains onto paper so that they can hand it off to someone else. They can delegate it really easily. So that is actually perfect in that scenario. And then it's also great for slightly bigger teams who have multiple team members, because sometimes, life happens and you might need someone to step in to take over a system. And if it's in just that team member's head, you're sort of in a vulnerable place, and it's a lot harder to train someone else. So it creates a level of stability in your business and also allows you to grow because you already have those systems documented.
So let's also let everybody off the hook, because we have seen very successful, long time, 25 years in the industry agents who have built a team, who have 4 or 5 admin and have never documented their systems. Right. And we have seen individual agents who have their secret sauce in their head and they know how to do it. And they really, do a great job. They crush it. And they have never documented their systems because they've never had to. So it's okay. No matter where you are in that process, look how successful you have been doing it just the way you've been doing it. But now, in order to have more peace of mind, something that's scalable, duplicatable, with as little stress as possible, then this is the next place, right? For them to have an operations playbook.
Absolutely. This is the part of your business that it's extremely difficult to carve out the time to make progress on. And I think it can also be a little bit overwhelming or intimidating as a project. And so we've found that teams really thrive and are able to make a lot of progress once they have an outside set of hands, set of eyes, making sure that they're advancing, chipping away at it, and that they're putting it all together as collaborating on it.
So let's also talk about 2 elements there, how the agent and the admin participate in this process and how much time of an investment this is. So your team is really the project production management, so that you're having a consultation, you're setting up a timeline. You can usually work with a team inside 3 months.
Yes.
And so how much time do you find that the team agent and or the admin need to devote to this on a weekly basis?
I think that really just a couple of hours would be sufficient, and we're doling it out in pieces, right? So we give homework every week, just record a video on this, or give me the template for that, or send me a sample email that you send to clients for that, and we'll turn it into a template. So it's a really manageable time investment, and we're looking at the big picture for you. We're making sure that we're advancing, we're making progress, we're or checking things off the to-do list. And so then you can just concentrate on, hey, I have 20 minutes. Let me just record a video on how I enter a listing in the MLS, or, whatever it is that we need to document.
And so on our team, right? So you're the head of the team, but Tammy Shimagawa, who's our director of operations, has experience with systems. Marika Belusa, who is, a systems consultant, right? She has been working with you for almost a year now. Joyce Yolande, who is our rockstar client systems care specialist. So we also have people who can do work for teams, right?
Yes.
So an org chart, checklists, spreadsheets, you're also able to create those for people.
Yeah, we've also worked with people in terms of that what database they're using, or we've created action plans in Brivity, for example, or so we can use your system. We can build it out in your system that you already have, whatever automated system you create. We can take your checklist and put it in your automated system if that's helpful. We have that manpower.
Right. And so then that can be built into the proposal. And so that just becomes a part of managing the project. I also want to speak to the fact that admin have often had on their to-do list, create an operations playbook for a year, for 5 years. They have pieces, and that's okay, because the admin's primary role, no matter what position they are on in the team or how much experience they have, is to take care of the business at hand. And it is hard to take this off the back burner and put it on the front burner. And then it is also one thing to do the work and follow the work than it is to create the playbook, right? It is a slightly different skill set to create the playbook, and it's okay if you're not good at it, because we're good at it. And so I also think there's, sort of like that guilt people have when they buy an online program and they never use it. So then they don't want to buy another one. It's like, it's okay if you didn't use the other ones, you can use this one. It's okay if you've tried to make a playbook before, or you have pieces, because your team is also going to be able to take the pieces that people have already done and put them together.
Yeah, that's huge, and we're able to move a lot more quickly when there are the little pieces already created. And sometimes it just requires that eagle-eye perspective, or that outside view of the business, to see how it all fits together, especially since we've seen so many of them. So that's a way we're able to make progress more quickly as well.
Yes, excellent. So here's the special that we have for the month of December. So to celebrate the new year coming, 2022, that is the number that we have as a deposit toward creating your operations playbook. The next step from taking advantage of making a deposit and having the special is then to schedule a consultation with you or someone on your team to be able to look at, okay, what is the scope of your project and what is the timeline? And so what will all of that encompass? But we thought it would be fun to celebrate the new year and celebrate the 2022 by having that be, let's get in line to be able to create your operations playbook in the new year. And so that would be the deposit amount. And if someone in the consultation decides that they don't want to move forward with that, that's okay. That can be completely refundable, but we want to be able to celebrate the new year and celebrate the fact that we know operations playbooks make a big difference in the ease in which people can execute their plan to achieve their goals. And so that's our special to the end of the month. And we'll post for you the link to be able to make an appointment, and for the link to be able to go to the website and make that purchase. And of course, if you have any questions, you contact us and we're happy to answer those. Any other parting celebratory words you want to leave with people, Laura?
Or just I hope everyone can enjoy, the relief of knowing that you're, creating the stability in your business and doing something, checking something off your to-do list that might have been there, for 1 year or multiple years. It's a really great feeling for starting 2022.
Great. Thank you for spending the time with me, Laura.
Thank you,
Thanks for all the great work that you do. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.